usually slept deeply, too. But something woke me up that night. And Kat was just gone.
Oh, God, that's right.
Kat. Huh? Kat, you there? Are those moths?
Cat?
They are on the
These
move.
Glowing moths. I wish I had shot some footage of them. I never seen anything like it. Cat!
Wait. I can't move again. Hold on. Okay, let's not get any closer to the hole. Sorry. I'm not 100% sure that I got those. Hold on. We can cross the bridge? Did I need to get any footage of this, since they appear to be really having a great time? No. It's not just for, like, gameplay collection purposes. I think that the videotapes that we do and don't capture might have an actual impact on the story.
Cat!
And I want to make sure that we get a lot of this.
What's that?
Take a look in just a second.
You, think she went towards the lake?
I thought she might. She used to go there to be alone.
Go through in a second. I'm pretty sure that this is the...
Cat!
I don't know, maybe we have been here. That this is the pathway that they were saying. Did we really go down here? Did we go down here at one point? Like they were trying to remember?
Whoa. I knew that path. We've been there before. Cat? Are you out here? Cat.
can't sleep?
Cat! Chizo! I was looking for you.
Welcome.
Shit. I thought I knew this place.
We do. Remember the curse? This is where we signed it. I just know it.
Whoa.
Hey, you should film this.
I was
No way the others will believe us otherwise.
thinking the same thing.
It wasn't like this before.
You mean before you wrote the curse?
Yeah.
Wait, are we... What did I do? Hold on. Did we not get this?
It was hard to see. That camcorder was all I had to help.
I think it's specifically the eye patterns on the bark.
Come on, record this. The others need to see.
Okay, we got the trees.
Cat was always wandering those woods alone. She was the type that follows something, even if it seemed strange.
See, that's how I would have described Swan, that she's, on the topic of this, kind of fearless. Oh, right, the giant gaping hole. We should probably get some footage of this.
It wasn't like this.
I've been here before. You mean before you wrote the curse? Always been here. Here. And on here. Cat is there. Cat was always there. Cat was staring down at the lights in the abyss. Cat was calling up from down below. The voices are old and young. They are watching. They remember everything and nothing. They are shadows of what used to be. They want to come back, but they're afraid.
Cool.
Okay, I've got some footage. This place is something. I don't know what this is, but it definitely wasn't here before.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on the edge of a dream. You know the feeling when your stomach drops? Like, whoosh.
Yeah.
Bet it'd feel crazy like that. Jumping in. What do you think's down there?
Pandemonium.
And anarchy? Sign me up. Swan?
Yes?
I'll never forget this. Everything that's happened tonight.
You hear something?
What was that? What?
Is it an animal?
Hey! Wait up!
We're over here.
Hey,
Hey. What's going on? What the fuck? You guys are seeing this too, right? Yeah. Fuck.
you scared?
No? Yes? This isn't happening. What the hell? Wish I had 9 lives. I bet a cat could jump down there and land on her feet. Wasn't this place empty? We were sitting right here, in the middle. Oh God. Oh God. Maybe I'm crazy, but is this our fault?
Because we sealed our curse here.
No way. That shit's not real. We were just screwing around. I know. It's a sinkhole. The blood ritual. What if it did this? Really? This is fucking weird, you guys.
I knew I felt something here. I'm sure it's the curse. I'm sure of it. We summoned this, so we should, give it something. And maybe, it'll give us something back?
Whoa. You mean you want to throw something down there?
Yeah.
Like a trade? Oh, okay. Like, a wishing well.
Let's do it. Let's ask it for something. I'll go first.
Cat.
I actually gasped. I don't know what she's doing right now.
Think I'd fall? I bring a trade. I seek your guidance. Abyss. Everyone thinks they know what's best for me. But they don't. I deserve justice. I'm fucking dying here. Get me out. Get me out. Get us out. Here.
Hey, if I told you guys that my wish came true, would you believe me?
Dude, that was just last night. Wishes don't come true that fast. But what if? Huh? What's that?
Let me see. You didn't say the magic word. Please. Pretty please with sugar on top. Read him and weep.
You won the tickets! What? Oh my God!
We're going to see Bikini Kill live in Seattle. Can you fucking believe it?
Holy shit! Dude! Yes!
I know. Things are finally going right for me. Ever since I met all of you.
It's because of your amazing poems. You crushed it.
Thanks.
I'm freaking out!
The show's in September. We just gotta find a way to get there. Ugh, what the fuck?
Hey, party's over.
Fuck off.
Great.
Not again.
Jeez.
What's up, dykes? You just gonna stare? I don't mind. Bet you miss me. Oh, look who it is. You never sent me that tape, kid. What gives?
I could have gotten fired over your bullshit stunt. Just go away.
What's your problem?
You.
Cool. Whatever. Your dad sent me to get you, Kat.
If he wants me home so bad, he can come and get me himself.
Better pack up. Now.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I don't have time for this shit.
You're not my boss. I'm fucking sick of your bullshit.
I'm just doing what your dad said. We talked about this.
You're such an ass kisser. Do my dad's boots taste good?
Oh, that's not me. Now you better come along.
Bet you'd suck his dick.
I wasn't talking to you, you dumb bitch.
Fuck off already.
Dylan doesn't want us to fight.
Like I give a shit.
Okay, Kat? It's time to go.
Dude, you heard her. Go away.
Tell her dad to get bent.
Stay out of this, freak.
We're not letting you take her.
This doesn't involve you.
Hey, fuck off!
You know, I gotta ask. What's with all the makeup? You look like a fucking whore.
What? Me next?
A trade.
I want to be famous. Like rock star famous. And, I want us to stick together forever. And if anyone tries to stop us, they can go fuck themselves. Oh, and I wish for all of us to get an infinity of wishes too.
You're outnumbered, tough guy. Leave us alone or we will kick your fucking ass.
Oh, what the you know what? Fuck this. I'm on the clock. Get on the fucking bike, Kat.
Just tell Dad I'm not coming home. Or are you too stupid to pass that on?
Go away! And I hope you crash your stupid bike.
Fuck you. Did you forget that your dad's my fucking boss? You think I want to be babysitting you? I'm not here for fun.
As if we care.
Oh, you. Dean told me all about you. Guess it wasn't worth a second go.
Nah. I'm not doing this. Whatever this thing is, I don't trust it. Not yet. You want to know my dreams? You gotta give me something first. Tell me something. How deep do you go? Listen. Did you say something? I can't hear you. I don't listen to fucking losers.
Oh, shut up!
We're done here. And by the way, Dean couldn't even get it up. Bet you have that in common. Birds of a feather, right?
Who can blame him? Okay, Kat, I'm sick of talking to your dumb friends. Time to go. You don't want your dad pissed at you.
I'm not afraid of my dad. That's you. Wouldn't want to mess up your grand plan.
What are you on about now?
You want the ranch. I heard what you said to Dylan.
You're out of line. You know, someone ought to teach you a lesson.
I'd like to see you try.
Whoa! Hey, Swan, film him. We can report him for attempted kidnapping.
Don't you dare! Turn it off! Fatty!
What the fuck?
What? Dude!
What the hell?
Rolling! I thought you loved being filmed.
Shut up, you dumb bitch!
I'm not gonna hold back. For the hurt, the harassment, and the harm that you did. I have a wish.
But she is strong. Oh, what does she want?
Abyss, I bring a trade. I seek your guidance. I wish to be free. Like moths shedding our cocoons. And instead of being drawn into the flame, we make it ours so that nothing can keep us apart. From here on out. Forever. It wasn't a dream. It was real.
I guess it was. I mean, does it even matter anymore? I feel like things with Corey got worse after that. Like, what happened to him? Didn't they blame him for what happened at the ranch?
Not here, Autumn. Someone might be listening.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be negative. It's okay.
This might sound silly, but do you think our wishes came true?
What?
Swan, stop. We shouldn't talk about this here.
Is this thing on? Okay, guys. You owe me a beer for this one.
Oh boy.
Why did the bartender fling a double of tequila at Benatar?
I'll bite Al. Why?
She said, hit me with your best shot. Get it? Whatever. Give me my beer.
Al, I love you, but do us all a favor and don't go into comedy, man.
Well then. Shots, anyone?
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Boo. Fine. Anyone want to play around a pool then?
Nora, we're not done talking here.
We have all night. Loosen up a little. All right, let's go play some pool. Dad and Linda totally used to come here.
Really?
Didn't your parents?
Nah, it's not their scene.
Fair enough. Are you coming, Swan?
It came up a fraction of a second after I
Sure, nice enough.
made the selection. I kind of regret not saying to Nora, why are you being avoidant? Like, is there some specific reason? It's not to be confrontational, it's why are you so particularly nervous to talk?
Nora, do you remember how strange Kat seemed after we found the abyss?
Oh, come on. Can we take a break from talking about that night?
Why?
Sorry, I'm just sort of past all that.
Nora, I don't know what to say.
You want that? Fine.
Let's hear her out, Nora.
Really?
Tell us what you remember
Oh,
about Kat.
I was just thinking about how Kat seemed to change that night.
Come on. Grab a cue stick. They're up on the wall. Okay, let's do this.
Sorry, there's just one last thing I want to say.
What?
I kind of regret not making a wish that night.
Really? I mean, we were just messing around. So, who wants to break?
Kat wasn't. She was dead serious about it.
Yeah, so? She got that way sometimes. Intense.
What are you trying to say? Speak up.
Come on, Al. I know you had a few before I got here.
I drive better drunk than you do sober.
Your dream, Autumn. I asked about it once. Remember when I interviewed you?
Yes, I remember that. What did I say?
I think you said that you wanted to do something that matters.
Oh, that's right. Well, that wasn't my real wish, but I'd say I got there anyway.
Al, get off the mic.
Let's talk about music.
Anymore, you know.
Do you still play Autumn?
No one
Like, just for fun?
you two bickering again.
No, I don't know. It felt weird playing without the group. I mean, you still play it all, Nora?
Nope. And you, Swan? Still making movies? No shame if you don't. It's hard to find time to be creative outside of work, right?
I'm working on a book, actually.
Wow. What's your audience?
Young adult. It's a horror novel about these teenagers, but it's more psychological horror than like blood and gore horror.
Oh, I'm not into horror, but that's great. There's definitely an audience.
I need another drink.
It's your turn, Swan.
Okay.
I thought Autumn sunk a ball that round.
Oh,
That shot.
come on, man.
Well,
I'm gonna tell him to cut you off.
Nailed it. Rolling. Okay.
Can you say your full name, age, and something about you to the camera?
Why?
Oh, it's just like this format I'm using.
Whatever. I'm Catherine Mikaelsen, but everyone calls me Kat. I'm 16, and, I don't know.
Oh, shit, Swan. We should have shot this at the Abyss.
It'll be cool. Promise.
Fine. Ask whatever, as long as it's not annoying. I write poems sometimes. Winter is my favorite season, and blue is my favorite color.
Let's talk about music.
Ugh, fuck yeah.
How'd you get into the Riot Grrrl stuff?
I met this girl at a bookstore in Seattle on this family vacation. And she told me about Bikini Kill and how she could send me these zines. Her name's Claire. She mails them to me sometimes.
What's a zine?
It's like a homemade magazine. It's awesome. They print people's art and writing. Some of it's really out there, but like in the best way. They put it all on the line. When I found punk music, I felt like, oh, there's really some people out there who get me. Because, like, before you guys, my only friends were the fucking deer on the ranch, but it's a hunting farm. They're bred to die. I guess I felt alone a lot. Unless I was with Gertie.
Who's Gertie?
When I was a kid, I was pretty normal. I went to church like a good girl, even wore a dress. There was this one day, Mom just pushed my buttons and I snapped. I called her a bitch.
Whoa.
Yeah. She got mad. I was like 12? I got grounded, so I snuck out. Fell asleep behind the library. When I woke up, there was like this fawn. She had a bite mark on her leg. Didn't look good. Guys like my dad would probably just leave her to die.
Did you get someone to help? Like animal control or something? I bet they could save a fawn.
No. I wanted to save her myself. I know deer. Thought I'd never go back home that day, but I did. For her. For all the deer I've had to watch die at home. For all the deer I've had to watch die on the ranch. I named her Gertie. And I will never let them kill her. Ugh, I stuttered. Ugh, my bad. I'm getting kind of tired.
That was my last question.
I'm just gonna go over here.
Okay.
Hey, you ready for our show? It's finally almost time. I think I'm gonna sneak Dad's truck out so we can haul Nora's gear.
Good idea. He'll never miss it.
Yeah. I doubt he'll notice. Tell me when you're done. I'll wait.
Oh, nice. Oh, wait, but we've done that. Okay. I didn't realize that we'd already... I wanted to make sure that we didn't leave Moth Girl behind. Let's just see if there's any other cool places for Moth Girl. Yeah, hold on. I want to say that modern day Autumn wears earrings not so dissimilar from that. If I remember correctly, one is sort of sun-shaped and one is sort of moon-shaped. Just looking to see if there's any other place to put old batteries. This is a video game, and I intensely want to pick these up and not leave them in the dirt. Get them into something resembling a... what's it called? Recycling. I'm not going to tell anybody how to live their lives, but I probably wouldn't frequently jam my eye up against something marked glory hole. We've already looked at this, I feel like. Elena, life is short, love you. Fireworks we've looked at. This is where we found the troll doll. They probably haven't restocked that. Cookie tin. Well, and we obviously cannot go up here, right? Like, okay, just double checking. I wouldn't possibly think so, but... Oh, we found the other one. Are we allowed to take both of these? At least it's similar enough in design. That's a peace symbol instead of... That was a moon on the last one, wasn't it? Or am I misremembering? Were they both peace signals? It's symbols. It's not worth going back to check, but I thought the other one was a moon, but otherwise very similar. We've already gotten that in place. Anything else? I really want to talk with Kat. This is a blue jay. As opposed to the magpie that I called up earlier. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's definitely look at our birds. It's been a long journey.
Every spring, I wait for my winged friends to return.
That's a wrap.
I like to imagine all the different places they've been for the winter.
You three went
and
last winter.
all the things they've seen. Now I'm the one flying away. Only I won't be coming back. And I don't really know what awaits me on the horizon. But I hope that we'll find a nice home. Wherever we land.
The one there that was just grass, if you remember, that was in the...
Shine your light up this tree. I think
You're not watering down his whiskey anymore to hide the evidence.
Oh my God. My dad would kill me.
So I'm trying not to, like, argue with their voices, compete with their voices. Some of this footage, again, like, the filter that they use on this makes absolutely realistic to me.
Here.
Digitized, compressed, and, like, look at this! Like, I'm gonna say that the movement of the bird is the only thing to me that gives away. I'm a little surprised that there's not some more places for us to put Moth Girl in the playground, because it seems like the jungle gym looking thing, maybe on the stump. It seems like there'd be some other good places. That's a cool bird, by the way, with the blue. Oh, what I was saying about the grass was Swan was very certain that there was a bird through that big bundle of grass, and I just trusted her, and we wound up with a shot. If I can pick up a different shot of a good bird, then we might, like, edit it into the montage in place of that one part. Okay, well, I'm glad that we took a second to look around. And anything else cool? What's this? More graffiti. And Forgotten Playground we've already gotten. Yeah, like on the hopscotch. That'd be a pretty good place for Moth Girl.
So, it's tomorrow, right?
Yes! Finally.
I'd better bring a fresh tape. I'm gonna film the whole show.
Oh, fuck yeah. No one is gonna see this show coming. Not in this stupid town. We're gonna be the real deal. Riot Grrrls.
Describe your dream look. I can do whatever. You are my muse. And
Goth. Something dark, like The Crow.
oh, sick. Just stay still. Voila.
How do I look?
Oh my God. You look so hot.
Really?
Really. Come closer. Have you ever...
Your breath smells nice.
Oh, yeah. I, brushed my teeth. We're done. So, what now?
Show us!
Oh, shit.
Oh my God, you look amazing, Swan!
No one should see us back here.
Cool.
I feel like a spy.
We'll paint the lights with these.
It's gonna look so cool.
Yeah. I saw this idea in one of my zines. Swan, you pick.
Oh, I want to pick.
Yeah, but she's the one filming the show. So I'm gonna leave the truck here until we meet up at Nora's place later.
We poured our hearts and souls into that one night.
By the way, your red eyes are not so encouraging.
The concert.
It was here at the Blue Spruce, remember?
Nor,
You unpack the truck.
You guys will help, right?
We need an extension cord and some power.
Oh.
let's check behind the building. Swan, Autumn, come with.
I can't believe you guys are ditching me.
We'll be right back, Nor.
Given the age range, like, they look super good. Like, I'm really happy how excited they are. Wait, am I not going with them? Where am I going? I'm so sorry. We have to check the... Find a way to unlock the backyard. Yeah, that's where I thought we were going. Am I not allowed to go over here? Okay, that was weird. I felt like I physically could not walk over here before.
Ugh, it's locked.
Oh, Jeezo.
Let's break it.
You crazy? If we get caught doing that, we're toast.
Who'd know it was us?
Let's at least look around first.
Let's listen to Autumn. I feel like she's very level head on this. Yeah, it checks out. Looks a lot like a dumpster. And just the ambient flies are extremely accurate touch.
What's in here?
Smashed bottles, a box, and nothing.
Guys, we might be able to break the lock with this. Seriously?
It's our best option.
I still think there's gotta be another way.
Why don't we listen to Autumn? Again, I know I just said this, but call Dylan about the lock. I don't think Kat wants to do that.
Fuck. That's Corey's. Hurry, Swan. What's he got in there?
Careful, guys. What if he comes out?
I'll keep lookout.
Hunting license. Hold on. Hunting license. Got it. Oh, wait. We can rotate with that. Corey Litchfield. Got a last name on this guy. Signature. Probably not of Corey's. Okay. Nothing super interesting here.
Hey, what is it? We should try this. It looks like a combination.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Up,
Maybe
right.
he got it from Dylan.
Up, right, left, up, down. Hold on. Hey, sorry about that last night. I hate it when we fight, and I just want you to know that you're right. It was my fault. I shouldn't have told you off. What Kat said about you is wrong. I won't let her get between us again. I know you love me, but she was freaked out, and I freaked out too. Sometimes I feel like you don't listen to me. I know you're trying, but you really scared me last night. Let's talk about it when I'm off work. Okay, signed Dylan. And this is not on the back of having gotten written up. Character sheet for Corin: Silius, Stormwind, Outlander, Lawful Good, Ranger, Half Elf, Male, 6'4". Other than that, I will defend my clan, my lady, and my honor even to my dying breath. I am from the wilds, and they are in my blood. Who does this dude? This is Corey. Who does Corey play D&D with? Just because it's kind of like a team game. It doesn't seem like a team guy. 1 year anniversary. Oh, how sweet. Okay, so I just want to look at this again. Up, right, left, up, down. Up, right, left, up, down.
She's done. Ugh. I can't believe Corey's here.
Smash it, Swan. Do it.
Are you guys sure about this? We should try that code Swan found.
Dude, breaking it is faster. Just relax. We won't get caught.
If you say so.
Let's
go.
Oh, we definitely weren't supposed to be back there. I'm so surprised we didn't get caught straight away.
This is better lighting. Okay, I keep thinking that we have to pick it up. Okay, I don't care about that graffiti. I kind of care about the graffiti, though. Even though we have this one finished, some of the graffitis are really lame. And then... I don't feel like we need double fisting Dylan. Not even a big Dylan fan. I do kind of feel like we don't want to have that on anything. Seems kind of shitty. Oh, nice. Our last water tower shot. Oh, we've got the critters. Oh, hold on. This is going to be setting the stage, I bet. Okay, anything else out here for setting the stage? Does this count? I noticed that the license plate there is down spiral. Yeah, like this bird right here, probably a better choice than just patch of unremarkable grass. Okay, Junker Heaven is fine, and we did get this, right? Yes, we did. And this... Oh, hold on. That open sign would be great. I'm so sorry, birds. We did get this birds, right? Didn't we? Well, we've already gotten an owl. I really want to move on and also want to make sure, yes, we got that. We do have Nora, who is once again sitting back and smoking. Okay. I'm glad we found the combination, because I do have to feel like smashing it off with the fire extinguisher would have been a lot noisier.
Hurry! Look for an extension cord and an outlet. On it.
Absolutely.
By the way, I went to the library looking for some record of that sinkhole we found. They've got nothing. I even asked the librarian. How crazy is that?
Not crazy. It's not like anyone but us is around there.
I guess so.
We should look into local legends.
It could be a natural thing, though.
I wish I could ask my mom. But she'd kill me if she found out about our place.
Yeah, don't spill.
Also, I mean, unless your mom is a geologist or whatever other earth science specializes in sinkholes, I don't know why she'd know anything about it. Do I want to switch on the light? I don't know.
Oh, an outlet. We can use that. Just need the extension cord.
Yeah, sweet 400 feet should do it just fine. Okay, I will risk turning on the light.
Jeez-o.
Okay, that did not work. Extension cord. So I see a big long cable over there, but it's probably... It might be a hose. Anything else to look at in here? The camera is very, very close in on Swan, but in that way where it's not quite a first-person camera, so it's a little difficult to make things out. I don't know that we need that. I do not see anything. Well, yeah, with that, it goes completely dark. I don't see anything in here to pick up or interact with. Let's go check with them.
Anyone found an extension cord yet? No. Not yet.
Maybe it's just me, but an extension cord, an extension electrical cord, seems like a really odd thing to just expect to find randomly behind or even inside of a building. It's not that they're super uncommon, but like why would they be right here? Maybe in like a maintenance shed or something. But here, this is just like the back room where I feel like they'd keep spare light bulbs in the janitor's closet.
Tires on him?
Not me. Wanna give it a shot?
I don't want to continue to
Just a
like
sec.
comb through here. Can I wriggle back here at all? Okay, I didn't check here, but no, there's still nothing new. Yeah, spare... yeah, actually, maybe in that toolbox is the next place that I'd look, but that doesn't seem to be an option for us. Okay, I'm just going to double check. Find power for the concert gear. Yeah, I don't know where to find that. Okay, sorry. Autumn, you were saying something? Wait, this was like a huge extension cord right here. How did I miss this?
I found an extension cord. Score! I saw an outlet in that storage closet. Let's go.
And that was right here, yes.
Cord's ready. Okay, I'll run this over to Nora. What's wrong?
Nothing.
It's not working!
Fuck. One sec. I know. Maybe there's like some switch to turn it on. Let's look.
That's what I was thinking. One of those big electrical... Yeah.
I can't believe this is such a hassle. Dylan's always complaining about how this place is falling apart. Guess I get it now.
What's Dylan do around here anyway? Is she a waitress or something?
She's been bartending here ever since she got kicked out of college.
Oh, what happened?
She got caught sneaking a boy into her dorm room.
She got kicked out of college for that?
That's kind of sad. She must have been really lonely to go that far.
Maybe. She's always been like that, though. She used to sneak guys into her room at home, too. She got caught once and was grounded for like a month.
Wow.
Okay, I'm so sorry. There doesn't seem to be anything for me to interact with here. I noticed that the two 15-amp circuits are dead.
Piece of shit.
Seems so weird.
Is it missing some parts or something?
Wait, what was this?
This looks like one of those fuse box thingies.
It does. Come on. Hurry and try it out.
Okay, I think that we will try it out, because for all I know, we only need the one. Now, it does say up here, for 15 amp through 30 amp plug fuse circuit use. But I feel like we can put this anywhere we want.
This
or
is
here,
so
exactly.
annoying. There won't be any show if we can't turn that stupid thing on.
That's what we've got. Kat, what are your thoughts? I basically jammed the first fuse I found into the one and only place that I was allowed to consider. Here we go.
Does this look like a fuse box thing?
Check it out. Yeah. See if it fixes it.
So we know it doesn't currently have power, and I don't know what these two things do. So we could try turning on this one. Okay, well, they might notice that. Okay, now we've got 4 of them on.
We're set! Swan, hands off. Let's go. Here, take the Bloomin' Rage stickers. Put them where everyone can see them.
On it.
I was on cloud 9. I thought I'd remember that night forever.
Things were so different back then.
Music and our bond was all that mattered.
That really feels like a place where no one is going to see them.
This ain't the mall,
That's
girls.
better.
You lost?
Ugh, shut up.
Oh, there.
This is best. Oh, wait, are we not allowed to put stickers on here? I'd put stickers on here. I guess they'd get covered up pretty quickly. This is a way better place. I just want to see if there's any other place. That everybody who comes up the stairs would be able to see it there. Also,
What the hell's going on
Do you
out
think
here?
more people will come outside?
Once we
This
get
is
started?
private property,
Yeah.
young lady.
Fuck, I hope so.
You gonna try and stop
This is
us?
basically our debut as a band, so it's gotta be big.
Yeah, this is definitely a first. That looks good.
Oh, do we get multiples to put up? I feel like we might have more than one.
They'll kick us out once they realize what's going on?
They'll have to drag us out if they try.
Yeah. Maybe
Cool.
if we just keep playing. But if shit starts to go down, don't panic. We'll talk it out and let me do the talking.
Roger.
Okay, we can't put a... I feel like a sticker on the door would be really smart. So where else would we want to put a sticker? Or are we stickered out? Is that the number of stickers? The vehicles are dumb. Maybe up here? Oh, look, we put it right on the side of the building. They're gonna love that. Look, we took care of all the advertising for you, owner of the bar. You don't have to worry about putting up anything. Can we put the stickers on the dumpster? A+. There we go.
One sticker left. Oh, I'll put it on the payphone.
Put it on the payphone,
Lots
of course.
people will see it there.
Yeah, and the payphone's obviously going nowhere. This will be here a solid 30 years. Let's put it right there.
What are you punks doing here? And what's with all the gear?
None of your business.
Seriously, what is all this shit? It looks stolen. And those clothes, you look like fucking hobos.
What does it look like?
Looks like Kat's crying out for attention, like she doesn't get enough. Hey, Kat.
Whatever it is, no.
You know Dylan's gonna be pissed at you if she sees you out here.
I don't care.
I don't believe you.
You should.
You trying to get Dylan fired? This is her job. You need
It's
to get out of here.
showtime, guys.
Just shut up.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hey, listen up.
Ready?
Yeah.
We're Bloomin' Rage, and this is our song.
Hey, what's going on?
Ready?
Should put up the red flag that you would be a fucking drag. You funny boy, I can tell. We'll see who's laughing when I see you in hell. See you in hell. You'll fit in well. I'll be your queen and you'll be under my spell. In hell, fucking repent for the fear and the harassment and the harm that you did.
It's time to go.
Right.
Ooh, you're just a clown. Ooh, your dick's as small as this little town. And ooh, I'm not concerned, 'cause you'll make up for it in the underworld. Huh.
Someone make them stop.
Tell they weren't spanked.
Wait, did we get it? I think we got it.
Fucking sick of your face and the jokes it makes.
That was 4-4? Yes, okay.
You're so entitled, boy, I can tell.
start rolling.
I'll be your queen and you'll be under my spell. Fucking repent for the fear, the harassment, and the harm that you did.
Shut up, or I'll
Oh, wait, we're losing it. Are we not recording? Hold on.
You go. Cut the crap. Go back to church. Maybe so with them making a right.
Seriously, Leo? You sound like my grandma.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Get out of here.
Can we get it back on?
It's past your bedtime. All done.
Kat, are you insane? You're gonna hurt yourself. Seriously. What do you want?
What? Maybe we should bounce.
Those girls were breaking and entering. I saw it. Call the cops.
Seriously? You broke in? What the hell is going on? Like, ever since you met these girls, you've been acting like a total psycho.
So what? Go ahead. Tell Mom I broke in. I don't care.
I don't believe you. Who's playing gang leader here, huh? Fess up, or I'm calling the cops.
Oh, God, I don't know. Yeah, come get me in Canada.
I broke in. Kat did nothing wrong. Please don't blame her.
Swan. Just fuck off,
Don't
Dylan.
tell your parents. Please.
I knew you were a freak, but I didn't think you had this in you.
I'm sorry.
Dylan, come on. Don't ruin this for me. No. This is over. What were you thinking? I hate you. I hate you so much. I'm looking out for you, Kat. I'm always looking out for you. Don't you get it?
Call the cops already, or I'll haul them in myself.
Yell at her again, and I'll knock your drunk ass on
Back
the ground.
off.
Don't talk to me
Let
like
me
that,
handle
you
this.
fucking whore.
Hey,
Corey, stop.
stay out of this.
Get these girls under control.
Hey, shut up.
You're out of control, and Kat, shut the fuck up already.
Fuck you.
What's his problem?
Shut your mouth.
You've got my back, Swan. Always.
Dude, calm down. Shut up! Screw you! For the fear, the harassment, and the harm that you did. Kat? Do you hear me? Stupid, dumb, fucking assholes! Kat! Calm down, please! And help!
What should we do?
You'll fit in well!
Seriously, Kat! Let's just get out of here!
I'll make you scream and you'll be under my spell! Stop! In hell! I'll be your queen of this infernal hotel! In hell!
Kat? Kat!
This is all your fault!
What?
She's sick!
Oh my god.
Get it? Leukemia!
Kat! No! No
She's
way.
running out of time. If anything happens to her tonight, I'll never forgive you.
Do it!
It's always so difficult to get started. So that was very effective. It's really going to take me a moment. Because suddenly everything locks into place around Kat when she needs to stop and, I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. She needs to stop and sort of catch her breath. The fact that she, like when she said in this episode that she's 16 years old, and I'd said she just looks younger than the others. If Kat has some sort of glandular or thyroid disorder, some sort of cancer, that might stunt her growth. Sometimes people just mature later. They just do. And I thought maybe she's a little bit younger than the others, or maybe it's just that. But if there's a medical condition, that could have delayed the onset of puberty beyond like others in her age group, and it further explains why she doesn't. She's so assertive. She's so outgoing. Not that Autumn and Nora aren't, but here we have this story about these four characters that don't have a very large friend group. They don't seem to have a bunch of people from... Sorry, just noting that one of the sound designers is also named Swan with 2 N's, which maybe that's very common. I haven't encountered that before in life. And then, without giving anything away, I feel like I almost witnessed something similar to the Babadook in terms of... So I guess very, very quick spoiler for this Babadook, not super specific, but in terms of having the villain of the story suddenly and very thoroughly moved in a different direction, and I'm not even sure where it necessarily lands, but all of a sudden, Dylan and Corey, and if I ever call Corey Dylan... I apologize in advance, but Corey and Dylan are kind of unambiguously the good guys in this story. At the very end there, Dylan's at work, Corey's there to presumably support her, but they come out because, to be blunt, 4 assholes showed up and started blasting their music outside the bar, where a bunch of hardworking people were probably just looking to have a nice quiet evening in, along with whatever show was going to be shown there, if any, or otherwise just put some music on the jukebox, shoot some pool, and then they just have this very loud, shrill noise happening outside. And allow me to just be clear that I really like the idea that Bloom and Rage is so enthusiastic about their music, and they practice, and they put on all the makeup, and they got all the equipment, they brought it out there. They had no real plan for what to do when they got there, but then they found the extension cord and they ran it out there. But to every other person on planet Earth, this is an extremely loud and unwanted disruption to their night, and that's if they were good. I so appreciate, from a development standpoint, the fact that they absolutely sound like teenagers that have been dinking around in a garage for a year, maybe 9 months, and they're just sort of shouting, and that there was no attempt at all to make them sound professionally produced. And I love that they fully committed to, this is a novice band, not even amateur. This is like really starting out. And it's not that they couldn't get good later, but they are just straight not. They absolutely sound like 16-year-olds, and I really appreciate that. And let me just say, of course, there can be fantastically talented 16-year-olds. More commonly, there's 16-year-olds that have been practicing since they were 8, and these two just aren't that. And they just fully leaned into that, and I really liked it. Having Corey be the one who picks up Kat, who has passed out, and is loading her into the vehicle to get her back to medical help. Also, now it's suddenly clarified all of the little notes that Kat would drop, all these little things about like, oh, if I slept over your house, Swan, my parents would not sleep until I came home. The scene that we got just in this episode where Corey was so insistent on picking her up and she doesn't want to go. And what feels like this triumphant, refutation, like, no, you can't have our friend. It's not that her parents are overprotective for no reason. For all we know, she has medical appointments, medication, dialysis. Who knows what it is? That's actually, I'm literally thinking out loud. If she had a kidney problem, I believe that dialysis, you know what, don't listen to me. I'm just trying to think of what sorts of medical conditions a person as young as Kat might have that might also result in the delay of puberty. I'm not a medical professional. I'm sure that we'll get that rolled out in the next episode. Aside from that, then we have the supernatural or extra-natural aspects of this game. It was so effective when Swan was the first person in the cabin, and I think it was right when we found the lock, and Autumn notes places aren't usually locked from the inside, and right then there was like this like jump scare sound. It's the only one in the whole game, and that's what made it so effective. I regret that I cannot remember the movie that we once watched. I have absolutely no memory of anything that happened, except that I want to say that about 45 minutes in, I was like, this is literally jump scare the movie, where over and over and over again, it was just like a loud blap, and then, you know, just a shocking noise, and then it was nothing, over and over and over again. I don't know why anybody thought that that was an effective way to do a movie. I'm not necessarily anti-jump scares, but they really need to be used sparingly, or they lose all impact and feel very irritating. Whoever made this game, and you can see them on the screen here, really understood that, because there was exactly one, and man, it absolutely knocked me flat. Like it completely full-on got me. And then you have what feels increasingly almost like this cosmic horror aspect of this hole in the woods made of an infinite pit and neon light that eats their offerings and may or may not be listening. And note that when Autumn threw the rock in, there was no flash, there was no blip. It just seemed to fall into nothing. It's because she didn't actually offer it up in consideration of a trade. It feels like people might have felt when they were watching Gremlins for the first time, where they're just being introduced to this completely new mythology. I don't have any specific thing that I would compare this to. Actually, the one thing that came to mind, especially when their eyes were like flashing purple, in that scene when Corey went to get Kat and Kat was like first starting to say no, I was thinking to myself, were her eyes always violet? Is this new since they found the hole in the woods? And then as the scene went on, you could see those flashes of violet, that purple in everybody's eyes. And I thought that was very cool, because it was so subtle at first that I wasn't even confident that it was happening. I thought that was very cool. It reminded me of Stephen King's The Langoliers. And maybe we'll just leave it there. But if you know that The Langoliers is not super dissimilar to this, at least in terms of the setup. And I'll be very interested to see if this does a better job of sticking the landing. And that's the only thing that can say that sort of comes to mind in terms of what this reminds me of. Aside from that, from a technical standpoint, I really love all the character models. The character models look really good. I find them very expressive. There is a little bit of animation popping here and there, and look, it's a video game. It seems like if that was something that was easy to avoid or remove, then every video game would do it. It only makes it more impressive when you have a video game that all of the animations are so seamlessly blended. Here, it happens once in a while. We just accept it and move on. I do want to mention at least once the weird vibration that adult Nora's hair has. It looks to me like there's some sort of bounding problem with the physics around the hair, because then every time she cuts into what appears to be a pre-rendered animation, it doesn't happen, and then as soon as it goes into like Nora IRL, there's just that weird quaver to it. I can just assure you that everything is up, and maybe the physics or something should be turned down to stop that. It's the only thing in what is otherwise just an awesome character design. I love that Autumn and Nora are both extremely recognizable as themselves, and yet clearly have gone through the passage of time. It's always super weird to me when we see a young character and then an older character, and over the course of 30 years, they've never once changed their hairstyle. And look at how different Nora looks compared to when she was young. Autumn is, like, I immediately recognize Autumn. If somebody introduced this as, I don't know, I'm never great with faces, so I don't know what means anything that I would say. I wouldn't initially peg that as being Nora, but you can absolutely see that there in her. I think that they did a great job in that. Tighten up that physics issue around her hair. And then the coloring of her hair, if that's a rendering error where it's supposed to be all silver and it just has these like black highlights depending, I hope they never fix that, because it was so striking when she first stepped up. I thought, did she have black hair with silver highlights? And then it was like, no, it actually looks more silver. It looks fantastic. I really, really like the way that her hair looks. I know that I said that earlier. For the voices, I feel like the quality of the voice work is really well. And for Swan specifically, I would like to know where the actor recorded their lines, because especially for Swan, and then every once in a while in the others, it honestly sounds like they were recorded inside of a unsoundproofed closet, where it just has this, like, there's this closeness, like the walls are right up against them. It's not really an echo, but rather the opposite of an echo, where it just sounds like it was recorded in a very closed space. And this will be when Swan is talking to the people at the bar, for example, where it doesn't feel like that should be the acoustic environment. Listen, if I'm enjoying the story, there's a bunch of technical stuff that I'm willing to just let roll by, but I did notice that the voices sound a little bit closed in relative to some of the environments that they go to. Then there's the environments themselves that look great. I mean, literally every single one of them. The woods, the sun streaming in through the trees, the various critters, the little animations that they have, the inside of the bar, the outside of the bar with the parking lot area, the dilapidated playground that they go to, and this overall sense that this area of, I think it's Michigan where they are, is sliding towards this sort of economic downturn here in 1995. The playgrounds have fallen into disrepair because there's no more kids there of that age, so there's no interest in the community holding them up. All of these construction materials that seem to be piled all over the place, but with no specific projects seem to be there. It's just doing such a great job of setting the time and the place, and that's before you get to some of the other cultural references like Pogs and Sliders and Gargoyles and the Dark Crystal, as well as something that is definitely not the Lost Boys, but very clearly patterned after that. I made the observation, I think, earlier, it's so interesting which things get directly and specifically name-dropped, and then other things that wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know what we mean. And yes, I do, because I was not that much different in age from where these kids are on the adventure that they're going on. And there's one other thing that I wanted to say about the story on the whole that I'm really enjoying, because I will tell you what would make it very easy for me to not enjoy it. It is so helpful to me that all of this is taking place in sort of like these dual storytelling timelines, because of the fact that we get to have Swan and Autumn, and then Swan and Autumn and Nora all talking with each other, and that they're meeting up and they're still on good terms. If not for that, I would be living in constant dread that we are seeing the story of high school bullies that we've all seen 1,000 times before, that all pretended to befriend this other girl in the environment. They were like pretending to go along, let's invite her along, it'll be funny, and secretly behind her back they were setting up this big like Carrie style diss, just like completely ruin her. But we know that's not true because we get to see them as adults. So whatever does happen, they are friends in good faith. And honestly, if not for that, I feel like I'd have a much harder time continuing, because Swan is, I've mentioned this on a couple of occasions, Swan Holloway is a very independent person. She's very passionate about the interests that she has. She likes the shows that she likes, the books that she likes. She's starting to discover romance and her particular style of romantic interest that she's interested in. She loves her cat, but she doesn't have a lot of interpersonal experience with other people yet. And you can see that a lot of her default dialogue options are things about her cat, things about her mom, things that she doesn't know, where she's asking like, what's a Riot Grrrl and stuff. And I think It's perfectly cool to not know something and to say, hey, what is that? I don't know that. But oftentimes in society, especially when you are a teenager, oh my God, you don't know about Riot Grrrls? Like, what's wrong with you? And just a few of those, and you start to become like the weird one. And I don't want that for her. I don't think that she wants to be considered the weird one. And there's also those dialogue options, mind you, of sorry for being so weird. Thanks for letting me be here. If you place a low value on yourself, no one else is going to come along and raise your price. Swan is a lovely, enthusiastic, knowledgeable, passionate, talented young woman who has all of these wonderful positives to look forward to in her life. And she's just not at the point where she can flourish. And from what we know as an adult, she's working on a book. She works at this bookstore. She seems very happy. And she seems happy in the past as well. That's something that I don't ever want to be left unsaid. She likes what she does. She likes the shows and the books and the cat and the nature trails. She loves learning about mushrooms, and she has her stick bug there. She's not sitting around crying all day because she has nothing with which to fill her time. It's just that a lot of her hobbies are very solitary, and that leads to her stepping up to somebody. One of her dialogue options is meowdy instead of howdy or something, which is kind of cool, kind of funny, kind of quirky, maybe kind of annoying, kind of off-putting, kind of weird. The sort of thing that might start to make it more difficult to get to know to somebody if they're going through a stressful time. If they don't find that cute, it just immediately gets things off onto a wrong foot when it's just one of those cutesy fun sayings that she comes up with for herself. I really like Swan, and I want her to see these friendships flourish, and even knowing that as adults they still get on pretty well, I want her to be developing the social skills so that she can share her enthusiasms in a positive way that get other people enthusiastic as well. We've talked about this a few times, but this story and this storytelling is so effective at that. And I want Swan to be somebody who, even if she can't realize it in full yet, does have an innate understanding of her value. And there's nothing wrong with being off on your own and pursuing the things that you enjoy, because there will be other people throughout your whole life that you can share those experiences with. You might just not know them when you're 16 years old. What's inside the cabin? What did they let out when they unlocked it from the inside? What do the symbols mean? Who stayed there before? What is the hole in the woods? What a fun question. What is the hole in the woods? And like, we're obviously not meant to know right now. And also, is it real? With it apparently, yes, being real, but why do they not remember it? Was that a wish? Does somebody at one point make a wish? I wish things could go back to how they were before, or I wish that we could all just forget about this and go on with our lives. Are we going to hear that note in the next part, the next and final part of Lost Records here? I don't know. Nora, something more. Wait, new friend. Wait. No, okay, hold on. But the pink one, what? This makes absolutely no sense to me at all. If we go to no stats, Nora, with the crown on it, we're BFFs. In what way? Nora is the character with whom we've spent the least amount of time, and over there, Autumn, marked in pink as new friend. I feel like this should be impossible. I'm struggling a little bit right now not to feel extremely annoyed. What are you talking about? How is that possible? Almost every single dialogue choice, almost every single opportunity to spend time with was prioritizing Autumn. How can that possibly be? We're cool. I'm glad nobody is we're cool, but how are we BFFs with Nora? Very quickly. And then let's bring up the global stats here, because apparently 58% were new friends with Nora, and then 84%. Wait, who was something more with anybody? 21%. I'm just very surprised that Nora was 21%. I will say this. Let's circle back to this. When they were putting on the makeup, I was 95% into Kiss because I thought that this might be something that you're a teenager, you're into hormones. It's not even that Swan is all that into Nora, and yet they're leaning so close. And it's this physically intimate act of having one person apply the cosmetics to the other, and they're so close, and Nora wants her to lean forward. And just in that moment, that impulse, I damn near acted on it. And I thought maybe Swan would just make a comment that would invite Nora to do the kiss. And then it turns out Autumn and Kat are 15 degrees off camera, which I suddenly felt a huge flood of relief because, of course, we're courting Autumn. And how does the game not know it? I'm so angry. I don't understand. And now we're going to stop complaining about it. So 20% were BFFs with Nora. 38%, we're into the 38%. Oh no, that's not even interesting. So 58% of the majority of people were new friends with Nora, new friends with Kat, and 84% were new friends with Autumn. So suddenly my frustration level is coming down, because if only 4% were developing to something more, it feels to me like maybe for Autumn, you had to go nothing but. You needed to go real horn dog in with Autumn all the way through, or else it was not going to go that way. And whether or not we can further advance that into tape 2, let's find out. But I will note what I said before. Now I'm really glad that we talked about it earlier. Swan is really into Autumn. And at one point it was in the past, in 95, Autumn asks her directly, like, hey, what did you think when we first met? And of the two options, I said even, we're going to be kind of direct about this. And Swan goes, I found you so magnetic. It was like this attraction, this just natural fit together that we have. New friend is what we got out of that. Sorry, it's just... And the BFFs with Nora, and then I promise we'll move on. Let's quickly list off all of our interactions with Nora. We didn't hang out with her when they were looking for the keys. We did walk with her when we were going up to the overlook for the very first time. We did not hang out with her when she was smoking and everybody else was cleaning up the cabin. She did put on the cosmetics, and we've recorded her more or less exactly the same amount of time as anybody else. So how we wound up as BFFs, the most sensible answer is somebody has to be your BFF, and the game rolled a 3-sided die, because I just don't know how else we get there. We pulled the splinter out of Kat's hand. That's more than anything that we ever did with Nora. We walked with her one time. And I will say that it does feel like Nora very much reciprocates towards Swan, and that's great. I just feel like Swan is more into Autumn. Those are my thoughts on that. Like I said, I wanted to be friends with all of the girls. I just really wanted to develop to something more with Autumn. I wonder if you can be BFFs at this stage with multiple people. Let's not worry about it. I'm going to switch it back to no stats, so then we can toggle Epoch and just see what we got. So with Nora, we're former friends, and with Autumn, we're reconnected. Interesting. Very far apart from each other on that side. I wonder what you would have to say to Nora to get reacquainted. I'm always with Swan. Swan has a lot of dialogue instincts that are like, I don't think she means it being judgmental. Oh, you guys, there was that one interaction that we had with Autumn in the past. How do we toggle Epoch? When they were at the cabin. And what was it that Autumn said about she said something to Swan, and between the two options, I wasn't sure. And I said, well, my mom wouldn't like that, or something like that. And Autumn's like, geez, I'm not judgmental like that, Swan. Like, I wasn't trying to be your mom about it. Like, and it really did cool things down. It seemed like this sort of like accidental conversational faux pas that you would just sort of forget about, but I wonder if that knocked us down from BFFs. Maybe you can only have one BFF, and in the relationship horse race there, that knocked Autumn down, because that's the only even marginally negative thing that ever happened. But yeah, we're only former friends with Nora. I'd love to get reacquainted. I'm not sure that we've really had that much experience, except look at where it is. And now let's turn on the stats. Yeah, it looks like that was the runaway with Nora. 96% were former friends. And then, hey, look at that. 46% reconnected. We actually got the less common of the two, which feels good. And then the former friends is 0. It always is so funny in something like this where you get a 0%. Apparently, the number of players that didn't at least get reacquainted with Autumn is so low as to not be measurable at the 1% level. And then this is only between the two of them. Let's click next to see if we get any other stats. Awesome. Okay, so our cat's name was Shadow, and let's look it through before we get to the stats. You were apologetic when Dylan accused you of filming her. I wanted Swan to explain herself. I wouldn't have minded apologizing, but it would have been for apologizing that we just didn't see her there in the background. I will say in Swan's defense that we really weren't aiming the camera anywhere near Dylan, and also from a distance, I'm not sure that Dylan would recognize that. She would see. Here's the thing about that scene that we haven't talked about, and I was already thinking about this before the parking lot scene that we got there at the end there. Think about it for a moment from Dylan's point of view. She's a young woman. She's a little bit older than them, and they're 16, so let's assume that she's either graduated high school, but it doesn't seem there's been no mention of her going to college, and she's out on a hot summer day. She's dressed in a way that's going to be comfortable for her, which is basically a bathing suit. She's in a space where she would have some expectation of some privacy, and then she looks over and she sees some figure over there aiming a video camera at her. Even if you were an adult person, you would still be like, hey, what the fuck is this? She's a teenager or shortly post-teenager, and it's not uncommon to feel really self-conscious when you're in your teens. And she sees some wackadoo aiming a camera at her. And there's that fight or flight response, and she goes for fight. I can't blame her on that. Once she understood or had somebody telling her that's not how it was, there was a balloon, you have to listen to me. What an odd lie to make up when there wasn't a balloon there at all. Like, Dylan, do you think that maybe this very frightened, anxious person wasn't trying to be untoward? But there's a lot of adrenaline happening at the moment. It got very ugly. I did not like Dylan or Corey in that moment. And also, I will say right from the moment, was like, okay, but I can see where she's coming from. Anyway, we were neutral towards Dylan and Corey. I did not feel very neutral. There were a couple points when I did not choose a dialogue option, partially because Swan seemed very overwhelmed by this. She was having such a lovely day. She didn't even seem all that disappointed that she didn't get to go to the movies with two strangers that she didn't yet even know their names, but she was just on her way home because she just walked the nature trail. She got to visit with the deer and film them. She was feeling maybe a little bit sad that they were shortly to be the victims of hunting season. She filmed all the animals. She enjoyed a nice day out on her own, which is what she wanted to do that day. And now all she's trying to do is get home before dinner because, otherwise her mom will yell at her. And she gets into this confrontation with two rando townies or whatever, and she genuinely never meant to. And I don't know, man, I really felt for her. We spent more time as Swan, so I felt for her a lot there. It wasn't so much that I wanted to be neutral, it's that I feel like this was an overwhelming moment where she wouldn't necessarily be in the spirit to clap back. And also, I guess to be aggressive would have been to start filming Dylan. If you notice that, there were a couple options there to just start filming Dylan. And I'm like, but I don't want to. Swan never wanted to do that, and we're not going to now antagonize her when the attitude should be, hold on, listen to me for a second. I have no interest in filming you. And I was thinking to myself, is there any vector at all to be like, Dylan, watch the tape? This actually happened to me, not this specific thing with a young woman, but at one point I was challenged on, wait a second, what are you filming here? As though I was casing the joint or something. Hold on. Watch the tape. That's going to settle all of it, because it was purely like a production. It had nothing to do with the location was a backdrop only. And even making the offer, they were like, okay, I don't actually care, buddy, but you can't film here. So it turned out to be a big nothing. Dylan was really amped up, so I'm not sure if that would have worked, but I was absolutely thinking in my head, Dylan. No, I didn't know her name, but like, watch the tape. It's cool. You weren't even in focus. Moving on. You retrieved Autumn's keys. Of course you would. If Autumn was a total stranger, I would take some time out of my day to try to find those keys. Also, the keys, they landed up at the top of the rocket ship, and they knocked the rocket ship around, and it just fell to the next rung. It was so funny because, of course, you could try to throw the keys up there for 8 hours and never get it to happen, and a random throw from the parking lot is absolutely going to put them in the worst space, and that happens all the time in real life. So we retrieved the keys. Kat retrieved the keys, or Autumn keys fell into a manhole. I will say, discovering that cardboard, total accident. I'm not, like, I'd have to even rewatch that, but that was me just looking at the environment, and it was literally like, look at the cardboard, and I clicked on it and she moved it on there. If it had been like, oh, you found cardboard, now decide what to do, I was not going to occur to me to put it over the manhole. So anyway, I'm glad that we found the keys. It makes me wonder what else might have happened if we didn't. Would you have gotten fired by, for example? You decided not to drink in the past. You decided to drink alcohol in the past. Didn't we? Oh, no, we were smoking. Swan was smoking at some point. I don't actually remember specifically choosing not to drink. I do feel like it came up over and again that Swan doesn't drink very much. That came up a couple times in the adult timeline. Oh, let's look at the stats, by the way. Interesting. We chose the most popular cat name. Most people were aggressive towards Dylan and Corey. I specifically said at one point, I can tell you what I would do, but I'm not Swan. I wanted to like throw it right back into Dylan's face. Here's the thing. I'm not Swan. Corey doesn't have 8 inches on me. Corey doesn't have all of this, like, you know, muscle that as Swan I'm not going to have. It's a lot easier to chest bump a video game character from the safety of the chair where I'm sitting than it would be for Swan in that particular environment. So I absolutely understand the mindset of the 60% that were, and I don't feel bad about arriving at neutral. It's just I wasn't really thinking about neutral. If this had been worded as Swan felt completely overwhelmed by Dylan and Corey, that's how I felt that she was going through. 88% got the Autumn keys. 1% Kat retrieved Autumn's keys. So in order to do that, this is just my guess, do you need to not help find the keys? You hang out with Nora, but then somehow you do put the cardboard over the manhole and then Kat gets them? I am very curious about all of that. Anyway, you decided not to drink in the past. Yeah, not really an immediate thought, but that's what I did. You lied to the music taste to fit in with the group. You said that the truth about your music, that I just didn't know very much about music. Here's the thing. If you lie, any follow-up question at all is going to expose the lie. And then you just look like a dunce. Don't start off a relationship by lying, or continue a relationship by lying, or maintain a relationship by lying. It's not a good call. Don't do lying. If you say, I mentioned earlier, if I feel like not knowing something needs to be permissible in society. Not everybody knows everything, and it really bothers me. Let me put it this way. If somebody was to be super judgmental about you not having an encyclopedic knowledge of like Riot Grrrl albums, would you really want to be their friend? Because even if you somehow magically did, what other random thing that they like and you don't, would they then get judgmental about? So yeah, you say the truth about your music taste to the group. If the group doesn't like that, maybe they're not a group for you. So I'm glad to have done that. You made Nora and Kat exchange a real kiss for the music video, pretend a kiss, or you didn't stage any kiss for the music video. In terms of like encouraging something, I feel like, no, but you guys kiss for real. I feel like you're not hearing me. You need to kiss for real. It just feels weird. So, hey, just a pretend kiss, just for fun. Nobody takes it too seriously. It's for a music video made by 16-year-olds. Maybe we don't have to make it a big thing. It can just be pretend. It can be for fun. That's the thing. it's supposed to be fun. No hurt feelings. Let's see. You decided Nora was the best actress. She factually was. And I said it at the time, it's nothing against Autumn or Kat. Nora was all in the whole way. She was the better actress. Not in a BFF, I'm just like glazing you up. It's that she did the air guitar. She completely sold herself. She put all of herself into every scene. When she was being Corey, quote unquote, being Corey, and doing this like booty shake in front of her, like she completely committed to the bit. And then Fawn's Curse or Fawn's Rest. I was leaning towards Fawn's Curse because we've established that Swan likes mushrooms because they break down decaying matter. She likes horror movies and R.L. Stein, V.A. Salvatore books or whatever they're called. But the others aren't necessarily into that, and Fawn's Rest sounds like a cool place where you'd hang out. Fawn's Curse sounds like someplace you dare to go, and I feel like they were setting it up as like their own clubhouse or whatever. Let's look at the stats. So 81% said their truth in the music, 60% did the pretend kiss, 48%, which I'm honestly shocked it's that low. What? Kat was so uncomfortable is that the fact that 37% would have come around to her being the best actor makes me wonder if you spend more time with Kat, is she more comfortable in those scenes? Is it partially their relationship with Swan helps to govern how they feel as part of the group, and maybe that influences their behavior? Because we know other decisions do. The eyebrow piercing for Nora, the fact that Swan doesn't drink as an adult is probably born out of the fact that she didn't drink when she was younger. There's one other part there that I forgot to say earlier. I find it very notable that we don't get to see Swan in the present day. There's no mirrors. There's only one potential mention of how she looks, where Autumn says when they're first getting together, oh, you look just the same. And there's two dialogue options of like, I think one of them is like, fat and awkward or something, chubby and awkward. It was something like that. Or thanks, you look great as well. And again, the trouble with self-deprecating humor is that it tends to be really funny for the other side of that conversation. Be very careful about diminishing your own value and making it okay for other people to mock you. Someone who makes fun of themselves, it can be viewed as an invitation by others to mock you as well. Sometimes that's not as funny. But I don't know. I won't be surprised if decisions made during the course of the story have an influence on how Swan looks in the modern day, assuming that you ever get to see it all. You suggested that Lori get a lip piercing. Yeah, eyebrow piercing. And glad that I did, honestly, because I feel like it really looks great. I don't know how the others would have looked, but I think that the eyebrow piercing worked out great. And again, kind of love the fact that she took Swan's opinion to heart, and 27 years later is still rocking that eyebrow piercing. It looks fantastic. You refuse to draw blood during... I'm mad about this, by the way. So just very briefly, Swan absolutely would have done it if... And by the way, I was not reacting to the modern day reminiscing, where Autumn said, I didn't tell you this at the time, but I had a cousin who was HIV positive, so I couldn't do the knife thing, and that's why I didn't. I was reacting purely to the fact that I feel like Swan wouldn't have wanted to cut her hand open, cut her finger open, but she would have done it if all of the other girls did. As soon as Autumn said no, then it was a jump ball. And I was like, if she was trying to impress or be closer to Nora or Kat, then she also would have. Because she most wants to get in with Autumn, I was like, if Autumn doesn't want to do it, then Swan also won't want to do it because A, I don't think that she necessarily wants to. It's kind of a big thing to jump on somebody right here. And B, then Autumn doesn't feel left out. Autumn doesn't feel like the only one that did. And then Autumn does it. And I started to say this earlier, but Autumn opens her own thumb with her teeth, which... unless she's part vampire, that had to hurt like hell. That knife seemed really sharp because they really just drew it across and it was immediately open, and then it was going. Like, to bite open your own thumb, I've never done it, and I have to imagine it would hurt horribly. So, yeah, there we go. Otherwise, if Swan had known, then she would have done it, and she would have done it with the knife. I'm just saying. You went through the entire Bloody Mary. Of course she does. Yeah. No, I started to mention and got cut off because, again, I want to hear the dialogue. Swan might not be fearless in social situations, but I feel like as soon as she went into the cabin by herself and she was looking around and she grabbed the camcorder, and then remember when she opened up the door to the cabin and she came around the corner with like the light facing up, like coming up from beneath to do like the scary light. She completely owned that moment. And then I was like, oh, like even if she was feeling a little bit alone, she was not scared. Like, she just was not intimidated by this. She thought this was cool as shit. So yeah, she's going to do the entire Bloody Mary. And again, nervous, anxious. It's like, oh, this teenage ritual. And also, she wasn't going to back down. She wasn't that scared. And not playing Bloody Mary, I'm so glad that we went there. And then, yes, we wrote a song about justice. I will also say, so tempted to go with vengeance. Like, I was right there. I was like, oh boy, if you had me make that same decision 3 minutes later, I might have gone vengeance. That was a real internal coin flip. And ultimately I was like, Swan likes nature. Swan, which can feel a little bit chaotic, but does have a hierarchy to it. Swan likes gargoyles. Swan likes sliders. Swan likes the X-Files. The X-Files is about FBI agents. In Sliders, they very early come up with a non-interference policy where they don't want to influence the development of the world, and then they do it all the time, by the way. But if you have not seen Sliders, she likes things that have a sense of order, and she takes care of her animals. She loves her cat. She loves her stick. On the whole, I feel like Swan is somebody who cares about justice. I don't feel like she's a dark personality that's just looking for the opportunity to hurt other people and lacks the physical capacity to do so. I feel like she'd rather see justice done. That's why I went that way. That's my thoughts on it. And I promise all of that was like just this flip book of ideas in my head. I was like, no, we got to go justice with her. That's what I'm thinking. Let's look at our global stats. 51% went with the nose piercing. 29% did not draw blood. 71% drew the blood. Oh, that makes me even angrier that I didn't. I so wanted to. If Kat or Nora had been the one to say no, and for Kat it really wouldn't have made any sense, and Autumn had said yes 100%. We came so close to doing it. 69% went through with the entire Bloody Mary ritual. Goddamn right. 52% wrote a song about justice. 48% did not. Borderline 50-50 split. Very cool on that. Strength or freedom. You guys, even more than the justice or vengeance. I absolutely. You heard me say, like, what does she want? What does she want? And the weird thing about going with freedom, I don't feel like Swan has achieved freedom, because remember that very long conversation that she had with her mom at the very beginning of the game, adult Swan talking to her mom, and her mom is, no offense, just nattering on about like her friendship with Carol in the book club, and I think that every story should have a happy ending and stuff, and she's not even like really listening to anything that Swan might be interested in or talking about, even though Swan has just traveled from Canada back to the place that she grew up to reconnect with friends she hasn't seen in nigh on 30 years, and like mom is just like not talking about that. Swan does love her parents. I'm not sure that this counts as the kind of freedom that Swan was looking for, which was not isolation from people, but I went with freedom ultimately because Swan is a very independent person. Swan does the work that she likes and pursues the hobbies that she enjoys, and if other people are there, that's cool. That is its own kind of freedom. So that's why I went with that. But strength, you also heard me say, in my view, Swan is a very strong human being, in part because of her willingness to just be on her own and to pursue things that she enjoys. But does she think of herself as strong? I still don't know. I went with freedom. That's the wish that I made. I was so close to strength. I was so close. And it was just like, I don't know. I just couldn't get to strength in the moment. I was right there. I damn near went with it. You were not violent towards Corey when he tried to take Kat home. You were violent. Well, now I'm super glad that I wasn't. There were a couple options where I felt like everybody was being very affirmative, and I wanted Swan to also be very affirmative, but I feel like the only one that I didn't choose was where Swan was like, leave, in all capital letters. And I'm trying to remember what I chose instead, but it just felt more Swan, where she's still saying, no, but not like, I don't know. I'm glad things didn't get violent, because I feel like with just a little bit more context, we understand Corey to be kind of an asshole, and at least in this instance, probably being an asshole towards a good cause. And I will say, even in the moment, I was thinking to myself, what do they expect Corey to do? Go back home and say, yeah, hi, boss / father of my girlfriend. I chose not to bring Kat home because she said no and her friend said no. That's not what the father asked. Like, this is a favor for the father of his girlfriend and also his boss who signs his paychecks. And he even says at one point, do you think I want to be doing this? Because obviously he doesn't. Consider the fact that Corey never once even hints at Kat's secret. Not once. He never violates that trust. Corey is a great example of something that you hear me talk about with teenagers and young adults, where he's got some real rough edges, sharp edges even, but I'm not convinced that he's a bad human being. He does bully teenage girls, though. Like, he's kind of a loser on that front, but he's not a complete reprobate. Moving on. Kat did your makeup for the... Really? Oh my God! So... You can tell that I'm not looking at other parts of the screen. Why did Autumn not do the makeup for the concert? I cannot wait to see other people play this game. I want to see other playthroughs. I do not know how we are not BFFs with Autumn. In that moment, it never, ever occurred to me that the others could do the makeup based on the fact that Nora is the one who's wearing makeup. It was the absolute most natural thing in the world that Nora would do the makeup for Autumn. Maybe she did Autumn's as well. That Nora would do the makeup for Swan. I never questioned it that it could be somebody else. And now I'm wondering, why not Autumn? I don't understand the Autumn thing, and we will move on rather than rehashing. You found a way to break open the padlock without breaking it. Yes, I was actually wondering where during the Screech concert, they weren't like, no, you guys, Corey let us in. Look, he gave us the combination. He even wrote it down on the satchel on the back of his motorcycle so we'd be able to find it. I was honestly thinking, like if that had been a dialogue choice, that's what I would have said. Also, the crowd... It was so funny that they were playing this song, that they'd worked so hard. They got all their electrical equipment. They got the extension cord. They turned on, they sang their song, and the crowd was nonstop. Boo! You suck! Shut up! We're calling the police. You heard me laugh at one point. It was so funny because they were so bad. Oh, I really loved it. I really liked it. Let's look at the stats. 59% voted for strength. I can't wait to meet one of those 59%. 14% were not violent. I'm so happy that we were not violent. And it's not even that I was making a decision to not be violent. I didn't know that that was an outcome. 40% Nora did the makeup. So there we go. 36% Kat did the makeup. Kat, who, as far as we've seen, at least as far as I've seen, never wears makeup. I wonder if the makeup job comes out differently. Does Kat also offer glam or rock or like goth? We went with goth, by the way. Does she offer the same selections? And if she does, do they come out the same way? Because wouldn't it be amazing if there were 9 different makeup outfits that you wind up with as Autumn, depending on who does it? 88%, well, now I don't feel special at all, found a way to open the padlock without breaking it. I wonder if people just didn't find the fire extinguisher. Because I found that first and was immediately like, let me look around a little bit more. Because basically, again, Autumn is saying there's got to be a better way to do it. And I'm thinking in my head, well, Swan would want to do what Autumn wants to do because she likes Autumn. I don't know. And I do not understand how we're not more pro Autumn. You took the blame for planning the concert. You let Kat take the blame. Well, like, let Kat take the blame was, Dylan, this is like this is Kat's dream. You can't take it away from her. I don't consider that so much as blaming as like reaffirming that this is something important to Kat. And the fact that it's anti-important, it's very important to Dylan to not have this happen while she's on duty. Oh my God. She's already been written up at the diner, you guys. Like, or the bar, whatever it is. Let's just look at the stat. 82% took the blame. I'm honest, because I recognize that one of those was taking blame, but I felt like the other side was, you know, sticking up for Kat. Like, that's how I would have. You took the blame, you stuck up for Kat in planning, you know, Kat's role in planning the concert. That's what I think it would have been. I feel like that's everything for now. Let's hit next. We must not start tape 2. You can continue to tape 2 from the main menu. Perfect. So, we're obviously going to call it there. There's only one set of feet here. We had more friends when we ended, or at least I feel like we did. We're going to call it there for tape 1 of Lost Records. I mentioned at the very beginning that I really like the way that Don't Nod is so experimental in the narrative game space, where as much as I liked, like, frankly, pretty much all of the Telltale games to one way or the other, you could sort of see that they had found a niche and were very, very good about sort of like telling more stories within that niche. They share a lot, and I mean a lot with 3 underlines, of gameplay conventions. Every Don't Nod game feels very different, including games where they choose to have like some very narrative style decision making, like Vampire and Banishers, where you can see a lot of that same narrative game DNA in a game that is actually also like a third person action game and has more of a quasi open world to it. It's really interesting the way that they take the things that they're passionate about but continuously rework and develop them. And as much as anything I've seen from Don't Nod, this seems like borderline experimental. Like, this feels even more out there in terms of its willingness to fully dedicate to telling the story of these 4 young friends and to save even the hint of something supernatural until like halfway through the first part. Like, there isn't even really a whisper of anything supernatural. I guess a little bit with the like, I feel like we forgot something really important, but it's not even until you're like inside the cabin, and even then it's so fleeting that if you got a call or something, like you just looked over, you might not even realize that anything had happened because it's so subtle. I really appreciate that. There's a part of this that feels a little bit like Stranger Things, except they don't introduce anything about the Upside Down until episode 8. But they're doing their own thing, and I'm really, really interested to see how this continues to develop. I specifically waited to start this until both tapes were available. I'm extra glad that I did, because I would not want to wait a very long time to get that started. And on that note, we're going to catch you very soon for the start of Tape 2 here on Lost Records. Until then, thank you very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.